What did you make of the claims today in various reports, Pep, that the reason Enzo Maresca left Chelsea is that he'd spoken to City about succeeding yourself?
No idea. You have, I'm pretty sure, more info than me.
Okay. Can you give us an update on that? Is there any update on the possibility of you leaving?
What will give you an update about an opinion that I don't know is about this opinion? It's just a rumor, so I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer that.
Having on your own situation, not Enzo's situation, on your own situation, if the claims are correct and City are talking about potential replacements, what is the latest from your side?
You want to fire me?
I don't want to.
No, God, no, I'm happy. My salary is so high, so I have 1 more year. So,
just one more on your situation is by a direct question. Do you still intend to be Manchester City manager next season?
oh my God, I have a contract. I said 1,000 million times. I know you are bored of me. It's 10 years here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. You know, I will leave one day. I promise you. I promise you. But I have contract. I'm happy. I want to fight with my team. The higher will respect me. That proved last season what happened in this club, that we didn't win one game in 2-3 months. They support me. So what can I do? I want to try and do it, but maybe one day, I don't know. But I have 1 more year contract. I'd like to be here. So we will see. You will see. I said 1,000 million times about that. So, but my credibility is zero, right?
The transfer window is not going to change. We have no conversation in this moment to have any change in the squad. There's a process. There's an idea that is going to continue. We are near the places of Champions League, but we are near also for like 8 teams behind us. So let's focus on the next game. Just that, and our focus is to win the next game. It's different. I never experienced this one in Portugal. It's a big rivalry. Here is the same, different environment, different culture. But the noise is going to be big. We just have to perform, but it's hard to compare different cultures, different derbies, different history. So let's just focus on the game. Is 11 guys against our 11 in the beginning, and we'll try to win.
Is it easy to do that, because the noise and the intensity and the crowd will be really against your team right at the start of the game?
When you play for Manchester United, you need to be ready for everything, and you guys have the best league in the world. That every game now, and you see, every week is a lot of draws. You never control, you never understand what is going to happen in the end of that week. So it's going to be tough, but it's always tough nowadays in Premier League.
There was to be any arrivals in this window, would it be with a view to a long-term view with regard to the player that potentially could come in, or are you leaving yourself open to maybe a loan as well, maybe?
We are open to every option. Obviously, if we can find a solution that is short, medium, and long, it's always much better, because it gives you stability and you don't have to constantly start a process with a new player. But let's see what happens. Let's see what the news are in the next few weeks, and we will try to make the right decision.
On potential outs, I know you've been asked this question before. Ethan Nwaneri hasn't actually played since the Bruges game. Wasn't in the squad at all against Aston Villa. What's your thinking with him? Would you maybe consider a departure for him on loan, perhaps, just so he can get first team football?
That every player is very important. Every player has a role. That role can change throughout the season for different reasons, and everybody has to be ready to play. That's it.
Just finally from me, Mikel, you will know that there's been a managerial departure in Enzo Maresca. Yeah. What was your reaction to it? Did it surprise you?
Well, wish him all the best. I really like Enzo as a person, as a professional. I think he's done a terrific job at Chelsea, and that's a decision that he's been made, and just wish him all the best.
Yeah, I think there's a really good culture at the club in terms of like the support from the first team, from the directors, from everyone seems interested. So when we've had like big youth league games in the Youth Champions League, the first team players are coming across and watching. There's obviously a bit of an academy presence there as well. So I met with a few of the individuals beforehand, but I was officially introduced this morning. And
Did your pass let you in?
It did, yeah. It got changed to let me in. Yeah. So and it's in all honesty, it's exactly the same as wherever you work. Like we're all in it for the same reason. We all love football, and we're here to support them. And training was really good today, and it was a really good energy. And the lads have been brilliant. The staff at the club have been brilliant. So we can't ask for any more.
In terms of the players, I mean, playing for Chelsea, they're well used to what goes on and the numbers of managers that are in or out. But how are they? You said good energy. I mean, you know, they're going to talk about what's happened. It's been an extraordinary, dramatic sort of 24 hours in this club. What sense did you get from them?
You don't know what to expect really, but the energy and enthusiasm in training was exceptional today. They seem really focused. They're really driven, hungry. They know we've got a massive game on Sunday and we're going to have to be at our best. So you can feel that. They're professionals. They've done this a long time. They've been here before. Reece has been brilliant. He's been a real leader in the group and supported the staff and the players. So you can't ask for any more. It just seems like a real focus for getting the best performance we can on Sunday.
Just finally from me then, you've never been in charge of a senior game, and your first game is going to be Man City and you're taking on Pep. In any other walk of life or any other club, it's utterly bonkers, isn't it, to even imagine what Sunday's going to be like in your world.
Yeah, but ultimately it's a football match, and it's not really about me or my first game or playing against Pep. It's about Chelsea versus City, two top sides, and we'll go there and compete. And we've seen this year how this team can do in big moments, so we're really looking forward to that challenge.
I think we're very good defensively, actually fantastic defensively last night. Gave them more or less nothing. I think that's hugely important. I think we understood how to close down their transitions. Then we're working very hard and understand frustration. I share them too. Very hard on the offensive part of the game. And there's a few things in that we need to do our best to improve. One of them is, for example, yesterday we lost the ball on forced errors 25 times. I showed those 25 clips to the players today, just short, not just like a reminder that's focus, that's concentration, all that. Can we just, and of course football is a game of mistakes. You lose the ball, so that can happen because of bad decision, bad touch, whatever, or concentration. So could just half of them be better? That will provide us more attacks, and now it's definitely maybe 5 at least good counterattacks with a better touch, then we are suddenly 3v3. Then it looks a little bit more lively, a little bit more open, a little bit better. So that's the one level we need to do. Then the next bit is the patterns and the structure and getting in the right positions. We didn't get that right last night. I showed that again to the players today. That is my responsibility together with the coaches. I always take that. And then the third thing, I think it's also okay to mention that we still lack some very important offensive players that's been out for a while. I don't want to mention it again. I'm getting a little bit bored, very bored, and sick and tired of naming them. And on top of that, we didn't have Xavi Simons for various reasons, or Lucas Bergwall. So the one who's on the pitch, always trust them, always believe in them. I think Wilson, I've said it many times, is a very promising player that I believe a lot in. Looks so lively against Crystal Palace, but also natural with a young player that it was a little bit up and down yesterday. I'm convinced he'll be very good for us. And then on top of that, you play every game, every third and fourth game. And when you do that, the ability with the concentration level and the physical level to be on the top, to keep producing, is what, how can you say, split the good players from the very best to do that. And sometimes you can be a good player to go to the very best, but you also learn along the way. So that's where we are right now. It's unfortunately very boring. But that's the fact. We need to do everything we can to put attacking, intense, front-footed performance out against Sunderland in 2 days' time. I'll do everything I can to make sure we do that. And if we do that and get 3 points, 7 from 3, which is a very good, which would be a very good output. So that's the aim. By the way, against the Sunderland team, that's done unbelievable well. And I know for a fact, because when I say attitude, I'm confident in my own skill set, but also very humble about who I am, where we are, and what we need to do. And I know what we are facing tomorrow against Sunderland, because I've been there myself. That's going to be tough, but we need to be on it. That was a long answer, actually.
It's a long answer, but a determined answer. Is it also a long answer because you were hurt? You feel hurt being called?
No. It's a long answer because I'm explaining the situation where we are.
To dare is to do. Do you need to be more daring?
I think I'm very daring. I'm sitting here.
This match.
Yes, Antoine is going to play, yes.
Is it his last match for Bournemouth?
No. I think the idea, at least, that he's going to be available in these 2 home games we have in a very short turnaround, and I hope he can be here more time, but I don't know what's going to happen.
But you say a game against Arsenal will not be his farewell to the Bournemouth fans on Saturday?
No, that's not the idea. When the market is open, you never know what's going to happen, because I cannot control the things. But if you ask me right now, I don't think, no.
All the reports are suggesting, though, that a deal has been agreed, though not announced. Yes. Is that not right?
No, there is nothing signed. For sure. There are conversations. I understand a lot of the noise around, but there is nothing signed. Antoine is our player, and I hope. Obviously, I've said it a lot of times. I want to keep him for a lot of time, but I don't know what's going to happen. Yes.
Obviously, you've been speaking with him as well. What does he want to do? What's his mood?
He's playing very well. I think he's doing the right things. I think he's a top professional, top guy. He wants to help the team. He wants to help the teammates, and I have no doubts that he will do his best. Yes, no doubt with him.
It's not perfect. We want us to be free-floating. I think a couple of things I want to reinforce positively is the last 2 away performances. To stand on, and the foundation we are building was very strong against Crystal Palace and Brentford.
Is it also a long answer because you were hurt? You feel hurt being called?
No. It's a long answer because I'm explaining the situation where we are.
To dare is to do. Do you need to be more daring?
I think I'm very daring. I'm sitting here.
Each match, and we are playing 3 years in a row, Europe, Premier League, last year FA Cup until the semi-final we played, Carabao Cup. We are playing 55 matches, more or less, the last 3 years. Hopefully this year we will play again more or less 55 matches. And adding the international player with the national team. Of course, the football is changing. 30 years ago they were playing maybe 50 maximum. Now the players, they are playing 55 with their clubs. In case, like us, we are playing in Europe and we are more or less playing until the last moment, and adding matches in national team. And through this demand, of course, they are increasing the risk for injured players, and we must be ready with the player we have and the opportunity for another players. Now we have some players injured; they are close to come back. Some one of them, but still a lot of players not available for tomorrow. But we have enough players to compete against Nottingham.
You talk about all the games you've got to play, the fact you have some injuries. Would you like, within the financial parameters that you have, would you like to maybe bring in 1 or 2 more this month to help achieve what you want to achieve?
We are alert, and we signed Alisson, and we are trying to understand how we can improve our squad, but of course intelligently and as well with the rules, financial rules. But we are a team, and my mentality is always be alert in case we can improve something in the squad to do it, and we must be ready for different options we can have in the transfer window. And how we are now, of course, I am so happy how we are performing, how the players are responding, how we are keeping our demands. Tomorrow is again the challenge. How we can keep our demands, how we can set the level we have now and still strongly there. And with the player we have, even with the injured player we have, another player they are ready to play, and it's a very good opportunity for them, even for the young players, because we watched it on Tuesday. Some players like George and James and Jamal, they did a debut in the Premier League, and it's fantastic for us as well, because we have this responsibility and keep going.
The 4 to 5 day lead into games, positive for us because we're nursing players back from injury. So the more days we get, the more chance we get to get some important players back. I expect us to be in good physical condition for the games to come, but certainly there's going to be no rest during January. This is going to be a season-defining month for us, with very minimal rest between games. Any home game for us is a positive. We love playing at home. Goes without saying, we've been really good at home for a long time, so we prefer to play there other than anywhere else. I think the travelling, especially during a hectic game schedule, the more you can minimise that, then that's beneficial for us. But as I say, January will be a season-defining month for us. And you look at the month of a whole, I think some great games for us, some really mouth-watering occasions. But we've got some tough challenges ahead, and certainly the start to the month needs to be a fruitful one for us.
I think it's my job to do that and get as many points as we can. When you say it, it's nice to hear. But all you can ever think about is the next game and how we're going to get on in the next game and keep bringing in more points. But I think if you'd said to me when I came in, this is how it's going to be. More importantly, at the time there was lots of bits not together. I definitely think the crowd are all together with the players. They were amazing at the game against Nottingham Forest. So all in all, I think there's a lot of good things. We're beginning to get that feeling again back at the club, and we want to try and build on it. I think it's football. It's never changed. You get decisions we go for you sometimes, and they go against you. I think they're trying to correct it as much as they can on the day of the game, but I think we all thought it was difficult that they didn't go to VAR at the time. Why they didn't ever look at it at VAR, but it didn't happen. So we can't go back. We can't replay it again because of that. You hope that you get a few decisions go your way between now and the end of the season as well.
You've brought Harrison Armstrong back from his loan spell at Preston. Is there an opportunity there for him to ensure that you don't want to send him out on loan once you get players back anyway?
Well, it's an opportunity. We want if we bring him back and he does well, but the truth is I would like him to go back to Preston. I want Preston to get promoted. It's my old club and where I played and where I managed. So they're in a really good position, Preston. They're pushing for the playoffs. So I think it's been really good for him. I've watched him quite regular playing for Preston. He's doing a good job for them. And if things allow me, then I certainly will send him back, because I think it's really good for his development, his education, where he's at this present time. But we need him at the moment, and if he comes in and does well, then we'll keep a hold of him.
And I appreciate he's only been back a short while, but do you notice a difference in him? And you see that difference coming from that loan spell?
Well, we've only had him in for a day really since we've had him back, so we've not had him back much. But look, it's easy for him to settle back in, and this is his parent club, and it's easy that he comes in and gets involved with the players again.
And is a big part in Premier League. Plays a big part also in Premier League, because the difference between win or don't win a game is so small. It's small margins there, and of course, as more solid you are, as less goals you conceded, of course you are going to be closer. And the two last wins, they were 1-0 because we kept the clean sheet. I really believe that even with 10 man yesterday, you should have done much better in that goal we conceded, because probably we are going to talk again about a solid performance from ourselves off the ball again, because until that moment we were completely in control of the game, and that goal gave a little bit of confidence for Palace, because we were on the top of the game, not being by far the best team, but completely in control of the game. The team more dangerous until that moment was ourselves. I was not happy at all the way you considered the goal. I think even with 10 we had all the conditions to do better. But yes, the margins to come in our favor, we have to do something for that happen. And of course the two games, as you mentioned, we did something that we didn't concede. Even yesterday, with that bad goal that you considered, the team was able to create chances second half to come again some margins on our favor as well. I really believe that being more ruthless in the end, we should have won that game. But yes, makes a big part on a win or not in Premier League.
Definitely retaining. That will be number one on the agenda of our key players, and I think that should be fine. And then, as I've said before, I think January in general is a tricky month. I think we're in a position in the league, and we're very stable, that we don't need to make any decisions that aren't right for the club in the medium to long term. And I think that'll be the case if we identify targets, which we always do, because the club is so well run on the recruitment side and how we deal players and try and build the right balance to the squad. I think we're in a good place to do that, where we can make really sensible decisions that will hold us in good stead.
And finally, can I ask specifically about Chris Iyer and Vitaly Janelt? Vitaly, of course, out of contract in the summer. I know you've said before you'd like him to stay if at all possible, and with Chris there's been interest from other clubs. Can you tell us anything further on either of them?
Just reiterate, I suppose, what I've already said, that really like both of them, like working with both of them. They've been big parts of the club's history over numerous years to build a club to this level. So the players I value, and I think you've seen in recent weeks that they've played big parts in the performance and the results we've had.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck, Sunday.
Thank you.
Those conversations I'll be involved in, and there'll be conversations that I won't be, and there will be stuff going on. But then when I need to know anything, I'll get involved as well. So, time will be spent, out on the training pitch or in other meetings and things like that. So, but there'll be a lot of work going on there behind the scenes on both sides of that, incomings and outgoings.
Someone who's had quite a lot of speculation around him is Jurgen Strand Larsen, someone that we've seen struggle with his form and his own confidence. How is he doing? And I just want to guess how his attitude around the squad at the moment.
The attitude's great. His attitude's been brilliant. Working extremely hard. You can see that with his running and his work rate when he's on the pitch. So got absolutely no concerns about that. And I've said it in the past. We've got, because of the position we're in, and we have got some good players, there's going to be speculation about a number of them, not just him. There'll be that on a few of them. Not concerned about it. The attitude around the group is really good. There's a good focus.